This is another play that is a offensive set called high screen. Again, this can be a play that we run after a made basket. It can be one after a timeout, and it also can be called by our point guard. So in high screen, we have our alignment as such. The basket that we're going to is this one here that we're going to score at. And so in looking at the setup, we have our wings, our 3 and our 2, way down in the corner. We have our 4 opposite our 1. And our 5 is posted up on the block. On high screen, what's going to happen is our 1 player is going to be dribbling up the floor, bringing their defender in. 4 is going to be spacing out accordingly. 3 is deep diagonal. So as 1 gets into the front court, right about the volleyball spike line, as that movement is happening, 5 is then making a cut, kind of like a letter J, a backwards letter J, where they're going to be setting the screen somewhere around the volleyball spike line, getting on the side of 1. Okay, from that point forward, now we're going to come off this ball screen. Okay, so 1 is going to be aggressively dribbling off this screen. And a lot of times what happens through this is if 1 and 5 switch, 1 is very aggressively trying to take 5 as far as they can get them into the paint. After the screen, 5 is going to roll, it's going to back up, pivot, and roll and work their way down here. So now we basically have a 2-person game with 1 and with 5. So 1 can go as far as they can with the ball. Sometimes they can go all the way in for a layup. Other times they're defended by 5, in which case they can bounce it down to 5, where 2 here is going to be in a little bit. But they can bounce it into 5 on the roll for a layup. Now another person that may help is this 3. So also off this action where 1 and 5 are working together on this ball screen, if the number 3 defender gets aggressive here, they have a choice to make. So as 1 is coming off the screen hard, 3 may have to step in. And as that happens, our offensive 3 is going to be moving their feet and setting themselves up for a shot. Because if 3 comes to stop 1, 1 then is going to kick out to 3, and then 3 is going to have themselves a wide open 3-point shot. On the back side, what we want those 2 players to do is we would like 4 to down screen here for 2, and then 2 gets up here like such. As if all of this action happens and 3 is covered and 5 gets in here, 2's player is going to be helping 2 on this roll that 5 had. And so on this down screen that 4 is going to have, 2 is going to work themselves into a window. So if 1 gets as far as the elbow and the kick out isn't there, the dump down to 5 is not there, they can then pivot and hit an open window for 2, where 2 then gets the 3-point shot. This play then is called high screen.